Hi there, my name's Augie Rodriguez. I'm the current president of the board of directors here at Bisexual Queer Alliance Chicago, and I just want to thank you for coming out tonight. If you're here at our 13th anniversary gala, or if you're watching this on YouTube at a later date. Well, I wanted to start off with the history of BQAC. We were founded in 2010 by the late Ed Negron and Mikey Oboza. We had leadership that was instrumental to helping us in those first 3 years. Those people included Adrian, Noel, Caitlin, and Karen. Fast forward to 2014, our leadership under Chris Pierce and Jasmine Marshall, they were able to help us become a bit more official with our 501c3 status. And so they applied for that and we got it done. And then in 2019, we had Jesse, John, Pecky, and Julia create our first board retreat to do a strategic vision on how we could effectively and efficiently serve our bi and queer community here at Chicago. 2020 happened. That's where I come along in the picture. And of course, the pandemic happened. So we had to switch from in-person to Zoom. During our 10-year anniversary gala that we had, I showcased a documentary about our first 10 years and the humble beginning that we had. 2022 finds us, we become more visible by going to different fests, starting with Springfield, and also, just different fests here locally in Chicago. We marched in the parade for fifth time in 2022, and we've made so much impact on how we could serve the bi and queer community, but I'm not going to talk about that. I got a few of our key members who just want to share some words with you.
Hi everyone, my name is Hugo Escobar. I'm the Vice President of BQAC, Bisexual Queer Alliance Chicago, our organization non-for-profit 501c3. I'm here to let you know a little bit about our organization. My contributions with BQAC, it has been the merchandise, the design of it, the selling of the merchandise in Pride Fest from north to south and the suburbs. Then that has been holding BQAC financially for us to have visibility in other festivals. Also, I would like to let you know then because of our partnerships such as COH, the Center on Halstead, and also Northwestern, has been fantastic partnerships that we have these days. With COH, as an example, in the last 2 years, we had been marching at the Pride Fest, parade here in Chicago, and that's due to COH. Then we could not afford to have that presence here in Chicago if it wasn't because COH. So I am very thankful for everybody in COH and the individuals that can contribute for this to happen. With Northwestern, our partnership with Northwestern has been for next year, for us to have more contribution to the population in mental health. So stay tuned because that's happening next year, a fantastic program. Also, I've been running by Queer Movie Night every month, which is a fun, quirky programming that we have. Most of our programming is via Zoom. So that's what Big Quack has been about. I encourage you to volunteer. I encourage you to be part of Big Quack, whether you would like to be a board member or general membership. Stay with us and also go to our website. We have a fantastic website where you can acquire some of the merchandise, or perhaps you just want to donate. Let me be perfectly clear. I'm so glad you are here.
My name is Lauren Wazolik, and I am the secretary for BQAC. I first learned about BQAC when I was looking for things to do and ways to meet new people after the pandemic. My first event was at the Eli Tea Bar, where I met lots of different people and was able to start becoming involved in the Bisexual Queer Alliance of Chicago. I joined the board later in November when the board elections are held. BQAC is a volunteer-run organization, and I could see that there were some things that I might be able to contribute. For example, our website needed a little bit of work, It was out of date and a little difficult to use, but I was able to use my skills as a developer to move us to a new platform and make sure that we were now operating in a place where anybody could come and change the content and keep it updated so that when people were looking for more information about the org, they would be able to find us online. One of the other things that I really love about BQAC is that we do events all over the state of Illinois. One of the parts that has been most fun for me is doing community outreach, and specifically, we go to Pride events all over the state of Illinois. It's really great to get involved with local organizations who are outside of the city of Chicago, which is what most people tend to focus on. So it was really nice to go out and meet smaller groups who are all over the state of Illinois. Specifically, I had a really good time in Springfield. That was a really great opportunity to meet some central people in the Illinois LGBTQ community. If you're interested in becoming more involved with BQAC, consider giving us a donation or becoming a volunteer. We are a volunteer-run organization, and we could always use your help. We have many events that we run throughout the year, and we always need people to help us.
Hey, I'm Bashir, based out of Chicago, and I'm the treasurer here at BQAC. My main duties are making sure the org is in good financial standing and also paperwork to maintain our 501c nonprofit status. My story is I grew up in a strict religious immigrant family, and that made it difficult for me to learn and explore my bisexual identity. I felt misunderstood and alone, trying to figure it all out myself. And I'm lucky to stumble across one of BQAC's programs by discussion group where I met people like myself. I found a community that accepted me and I felt like home. Through their co-programs like by discussion group, by movie nights, queer book club, pride events, social programs, our voices are heard and our stories are celebrated. That's why I serve on the board to give back. And if you would like to be more involved, you can attend our co-programs or volunteer at our in-person events or also donate financially. Your support helps us fulfill our mission to empower, educate, and provide resources to the bi and queer community. You can learn more at our website, BQAChicago.org. Go there and help us make a difference.
My name is Greg, and I am a board member with the Bisexual Queer Alliance of Chicago. A little bit about myself and how I joined the organization is I kind of stalked BQAC online for about a year and then popped into the meeting next month for the board elections, and they asked me to join the board. The first year I was with BQAC, we did several pride events. I really promoted some health and educational programming with Cook County, especially on AIDS vaccines that are out there. How the organization has been growing is we did several Pride events last year. After that Pride season was done, it's been great seeing people pop into our events, say, hey, I met you at Pride season, and that's what made me join. This year, we've been getting return invites to Pride events we did last year, plus new invites to Pride events we have not been to at all. We are, as an organization, we are currently working on to get mental health programming up for next year. And I look forward to the great things that we have planned for next year.
Going into that first event at BQAC, I had felt alone and broken, and even just that first social at the tea bar, it was such a sense of belonging and comfort to see all these different people who I had similarities with. I didn't feel like the only one anymore. And further on, going to the volunteering at the Pride Fest, just seeing that over and over again and developing friendships with the people in BQAC and just a sense of belonging was really helpful in my journey.
Hi, my name is AJ. I use they, he pronouns, and I'm on the board of directors.
And my name is Mark. I use he, they pronouns, and I am also a director on the board of BQAC.
And we have only been in Chicago for about 1.5 years. We moved here last year. So prior to our move, I was looking on Meetup and looking for groups that we might want to be involved in Chicago. And I found BQAC because I am both bisexual and queer. The Bisexual Queer Alliance, that I can be on both sides of that alliance. So we started going to Zoom events at the time. I think that was December 2021 when Zoom movie night started. And we continued to go to events until we moved here in May. Everyone was really friendly, and it was just so nice to move to a big city that we're not that familiar with and to already know people.
Yeah, definitely. And it just helps having such an inclusive and just really diverse group to be a part of. So just having that intersectionality of the bi and queer communities, as well as the allies to the communities, has been very favorable of an impression on me. And just seeing all the different events that they organize, both in person and online, we really got involved very quickly with the group. We both had a strong affinity and ran with it, and just started volunteering our time at different Pride events.
We moved here right at the start of Pride season, so that helped.
Right.
There were a lot of events that needed help, and it's always fun. So this January, when they were looking for board members, we both decided to join, and now we help plan the events and
different events at Eli Tea Bar, and then BQAC this year has expanded their presence at local Pride events, including the first time at Southside Pride as well as Joliet Pride. So that's been really exciting.
And
so, go ahead. Sorry.
Have marching in the Pride Parade.
Right.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and just so we're asking if you have the time, please do volunteer in some way or another. It's always appreciated. If you can't donate your time, or if you'd also like to, you can donate financially to contribute to the group. They are a 501c3 nonprofit, and they'll appreciate you for whatever you can do.
I'm a bi plus trans woman in the western suburbs of Chicago, which is Potawatomi land, and I have various disabilities that make me immunocompromised. So doing stuff via Zoom is nice, and it was also just nice to have a lot more stuff on Zoom in general, because one of the disabilities I have, I can't drive. Being able to participate in groups like BQAC has, such as on Zoom, makes it to where I can talk with basically people from around the world and actually be able to see faces and kind of get a communal feeling as opposed to just a sort of passing by feeling, So yeah, I give $1 or so a month. I basically try to keep it consistent, so. So I give that every month because it's I come from a time when we didn't really have much to work with as a community, in terms of organized. We're still developing, and it's to the point that it's again, people from outside the metropolitan area are excited to see y'all at their Pride events. So yeah, when I hear about how LGBTQIA plus kids and their families come to y'all's tables and be excited and not only just for the merch but to see y'all, yeah, I damn well believe that. And so yeah, I literally the amount I give a month by myself is not enough to pay a Netflix subscription. Let's just be very blunt about I do it because I don't expect to be the only one at some point. I expect there to be at least a couple people chipping in. Heck, we even have people who come in from the UK sometimes. We have been very heavily stigmatized, criminalized, etc. And it's just pitch in. Not necessarily y'all at the gala, but if y'all basically feel, like Joe can, go for it.
I hope you enjoyed those stories from our members. We've created a lot of impact. We've gotten a lot more Facebook likes. We've gotten a YouTube channel going on. We have a lot of Instagram and Twitter followers. We have a Discord channel. We've managed to even reach out to people outside of our country. Those countries include Canada, they include Croatia, they include Scotland, and England, just to name a few. What can you as a donor do to help us out? You could volunteer your time. You could make a commitment to making a monthly financial donation or a one-time donation that's tax deductible, and help us grow. Our next steps are to help our community find accessible mental health services, and along the line we're looking to add a paid staff to our organization. Your donation will help us get there. Come and take a splash with us.